Yo, yo, fellow freaks, what's crack-a-lackin'? Um, I have a weird thing I wanna do today, more for my own archival purposes, maybe, I guess, and it might be fun. Uh, not really expecting anybody to join this, but I think it's gonna be interesting for me and myself, at the very least. Um, so I'm gonna put this here on. I've been used to much more in the past than I am now. I used to be, doing shit on YouTube. You have like full on edited content on YouTube. This stopped when I didn't have much time anymore to do all of that editing nonsense because it is a timely effort. It takes a lot of time to do that shit. That's one of the reasons why I switched to these unedited live streams at some point, at least for my gaming stuff. There's one thing that I recently remembered that I almost completely forgot about, and it is getting to a 10-year anniversary, which feels appropriate to look back on. If I sort my YouTube shit by oldest stuff first, as anybody started out on YouTube, it has a bunch of random fucking nonsense, a whole bunch of random fucking video game footage. And it wasn't until here, almost 10 years ago, like this is gonna have the 10-year anniversary in a couple weeks. Almost 10 years ago, I did my first attempt at like proper edited content for YouTube. Uh, because I used to be a film fanatic. I used to watch like 400 plus movies a year, that sort of thing. And I used to also watch a ton of like people on YouTube reviewing movies in comedic, scripted ways and making funny videos. And so I wanted to step into the footsteps of that. That was like my first foray into, okay, let's actually try and do some edited YouTube content. Okay, fair. There have been some attempts at YouTube stuff in a more edited, planned capacity before this, aside from my own YouTube channel in collaboration with friends and such. But this was like the first time I was actually like, here's something I want to do. I'm going to actually work on this. I'm going to script this out. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to make this a series with a purpose and an idea and work on it. Though, as you can see, this never went past the second episode for one reason or another. But so it is really like a weird forgotten thing. After that I was like experimenting with some other shit, and then eventually a couple years later I really like started to do all of the gaming stuff, where for a couple years truly had regular gaming videos, edited stuff, and all sorts of things every couple weeks or whatever. There was a whole trip again until a couple years ago. I stopped having all that free time available. There's a lot of shit on this channel, man. A lot of fucking shit. But yeah, this was the first attempt, only 2 videos, where I tried to do movie review commentary in a comedic style. Super fucking early, still broken English because that isn't my mother tongue, if that wasn't obvious. And genuinely, the second episode even has 3,000 views because it was, at the time, shared on Twitter by the official Letterboxd account. And if you don't know Letterboxd, that shit has only grown more and more over the years. It's like one of the most popular movie logging social media sites, which I have been using since 2013 as well. Like, I've been very active here for many years. The official social media of this website did share, for some fucking reason that I still don't understand to this day, did share retweet me tweeting about this second episode. That's why it has 3,000 views. Though I cannot imagine that many people enjoyed this. Actually, let's actually. I'm gonna do this on the second monitor first, if it allows me to do that. Fucking hell. I'm going to look up the like to dislike ratio on these two videos. Give me a second. Because I cannot imagine that was like very positive. These videos, as we will see, were not of high quality. Okay, you know what? It's actually not that bad. Yeah. Behind the scenes of my channel, there was also like an episode 2 that I removed because there was an editing mistake or something. I don't remember. But yeah, the first episode, a whole ass 7 likes. Sure, whatever. Who gives a fuck? And then the one with 3,000 views, 20 out of 23 people that cared to vote did actually vote positively. I am very surprised by that. Anyway, yeah, it's literally weeks or days away from the 10-year anniversary of this. December 20th, 2015. Like a couple days before Christmas in 2015. I pinned an old tweet of an old comment of mine. I hate copycats. I think this is like I'm making fun of myself because I kinda like this is not a very original concept that I'm putting out here, and I kinda like hard inspiration / stole this idea, the whole concept of this movie review show from other YouTubers, I guess. Which I didn't care much for because I just did it for fun. I never like wanted to monetize this or whatever. But let's get in here. The intro explains the concept. I have not seen this in absolutely forever, in absolutely like many years. So even for me, I don't remember what I did in this, and I think that's gonna be. Oh, there's automated chapters, a timeline, and a transcript. What is? I don't even know what this feature is. Anyway, okay. Wait, why is this weird like that? What?
I'm a movie fan.
Why is it like this? Why is YouTube like this right now? What the fuck? Why is it like this? Why is it going full screen with like a black fucking bar to the right?
I'm a movie fan.
I'm a movie fan. Yeah, I remember that shit. Okay, here we go. You're gonna be able to differentiate between past me and current me because the mic quality is very different. I think that's gonna be easy to discern. Also, my past self, the English is much worse, much heavier German accent. I wanna say. Okay, let's fucking watch this shit.
As in, I'm a movie fanatic. What does that mean? Well, I'm watching tons of movies, but most importantly, I plan on watching more films than I actually have time for. Just look at my fucking watch list. It's over 2,000 titles long.
Yeah, it's double that now.
A bunch of these films are bottom of the barrel trash. I don't exactly know why I like to torture myself with these, and I don't even remember why half of these ended up on my watch list. I need to do something about these, but I'm not just gonna delete them from the list and forgot they ever existed. Oh no. Here on Trash Movie Therapy, I will go through the absolute worst movies on my watch list one by one, chosen randomly, analyze it and try to figure out why the fuck I wanted to see this trash and if it was worth the pain. And now welcome to the first ever episode of Trash Movie Therapy.
I'll be honest, I actually really like the concept, the title. Trash Movie Therapy is pretty good. And yeah, okay, so the idea is that I'm going through my eternally long watch list and watch the worst shit that's on there, according to like ratings on Letterboxd or IMDb, which I put on a wheel and randomly choose and then like review. That was like the whole concept. It is very heavily inspired by I hate everything's. Uh, there's a YouTube, or there was a YouTube content creator. They are not really active in that way anymore. The YouTube channel was I Hate Everything, and they made a series called The Worst of the Worst or something, where they were trying to find the worst movie of all time. And so they were going through like famously horribly rated movies and reviewing them and whatnot. And this was like kind of heavily inspired by that, but personalized by going through my own watch list. That's basically it. That's why I also made the joke at some point, I hate copycats, because it's very close to this I hate everything kind of thing. And I remember even this intro, like there was a lot of editing effort that was, I was very new to that shit. Yeah, subtitles are gonna be fucked.
Alright, let's see what's the first movie.
So I'm acting here because this is pre-recorded. I'm acting out the surprise.
Oh, okay. I'm actually kinda looking forward to this one.
This is all of this. Oh yeah. Oh god, I remember these fucking title cards. It took me way too long to get these together, I feel. And it looks like Gabo. Just basic info from IMDb. And the IMDb rating down there, the 2.1 out of 10 stars, I think. It must be out of 10. Surely this doesn't have 2.1 out of 5. Pinpoint, I guess director and release year makes sense. Still, I feel like you could use the space a lot better with like a casting list or something as well. But like more interesting information, but I guess that's what I deemed important at the time.
So,
oh yeah,
shit on my list. Well, with Puma Man, that question is actually pretty easily answered. It's called fucking Puma Man. It's a fucking superhero with Puma powers.
Look at that editing,
Forget about
dog.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Marvel Cinematic Universe, or whatever DC is doing right now.
Oh my god, dude, topical jokes about big budget movies. Dude, I can't believe this. Hold on, I wanna...
Cinematic Universe, or whatever.
There's actually, like... What the fuck did the Marvel Cinematic Universe look like in... What are these images, dude? Here's a... Oh my god, like 10 years ago, this was shit that was planned for the MCU. What the fuck is Marvel Agent Carter? Did that even actually ever, like, happen? Marvel Luke Cage, I'm pretty sure that did not happen. That's crazy, dog. This is still before Age of Ultron and all that shit. Marvel Iron Fist? What? Marvel aka Jessica Jones. I think like half of these did not even happen. That's crazy, dog.
Universe, whatever DC is doing right now.
Yeah, of course, Aquaman. I think even this shit was still like years away. When the fuck didn't Aquaman come out like 2019 or something? Or am I like completely off? I'm looking this up right now. Aquaman release. I remember watching that in the cinema actually. 2018, my god. This video was made 8 years before this movie actually, like... Wait, no, wait. I'm talking out of my ass. This was 2015. So this was 3 years before this movie came out. Man, still, that's like quite the time.
This is some top-notch creative superhero shit. So let's dig our claws into this delicious piece of cinematic meat.
Oh my god, the writing. Like, this is entirely 100% fully scripted out. I wrote the script out beforehand and recorded my voiceover. And I don't think I've ever done that again, aside from these trash movie therapy things. And it feels so fucking awkward. But let's dig our claws into this piece of cinematic meat. Puma Man, like that is, dude. I'm a regular James Joyce over here. Fuck.
So, this film starts out with some riveting exposition that tells us that Puma men are aliens and there have been multiple ones in the history of Earth, or space rather. This film also really wants to make sure we know what we are watching.
Puma Man.
Oh my god,
The
okay.
Puma Man. The Puma Man. The Puma Man.
More like poo poo, man.
Oh yeah, apparently this also stars Sydney Rome.
Oh! Oh! Banger! Banger.
So basically these scientist kind of people find this hideous golden statue thing that an evil
These
guy called
scientist kind of
Cobras, with a K because fuck the police, wants to use to
What does
basically
that?
take over the world.
I think the joke here is that it's illegal to misspell a word and like that's why the police could be involved or something. But it's such a stretch. This also really feels like 2010s YouTube humor, I feel.
Fuck the police. Wants to use to basically take over the world with hypnotization. His first victim being this blonde girl named Jane, played by Sydney Rome.
Your mind and your will.
Dude, I don't remember shit from this movie, man. And I must have spent a lot of time looking at this movie to edit this.
Amazing special effects.
Genuinely.
Here we meet our hero Tony who... Wait a fucking second. Did this fucker just use a fucking skeleton as a wardrobe? Get your fucking stinky laundry out of these ancient remnants of a dead animal, you stupid asshole. Tony
I
gets
didn't
attacked by
even
some
catch
weirdo
that. That's actually
who-
kind of good.
Oh my fucking god, Jesus. Anyway, as it turns out, this
Yeah.
guy's
Very
responsible
lively
for a
reactions.
bunch of recent mysterious murders. He just went around and killed people to find the real Puma Man. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Anyway, Tony survives a fall out of a window, so he must be the new Puma Man. Of course, eventually we find out his powers.
You are the Puma Man.
Is anyone here fucking following this fucking synopsis of the plot?
This. He just went
I
around
don't know,
and
I don't know.
killed people to find
I don't know
the
if
real
I
Puma.
am.
Fucking god, Jesus. Anyway, as it turns out, this guy's responsible for a bunch of recent mysterious murders. He just went around and killed people to find the real Puma Man. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Anyway, Tony survives a fall out of a window, so he must be the new Puma Man. Of course, eventually we find out his powers.
You are the Puma Man.
No, I'm a madman and I'll smash your head in if you take one more step.
Puma Man does not kill my people.
He doesn't, but I do. Now get out of here!
You can chase me away, but not the blood in your veins. Your father saw in the dark. Your father jumped in the air. Your father protected my people.
Doesn't really sound that thrilling. Well, anyway,
I
this
think that's
random guy
fine.
introduces himself as
My name is Vadinho.
tells Tony that he is Puma Man and all that shit. Then Tony goes to some lame
And
old
all that
party to meet
shit.
up with sexy Sydney Rome.
Sexy Sydney Rome.
Dinosaurs
Dog.
because they no longer knew how to love each other. Is that correct?
Exactly. And I certainly wouldn't want our species to end the same way.
Yeah, music.
That's the best biological blackmail I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
The worst porn dialogue I have ever heard.
I might be
Jesus
no.
Christ. Anyway,
And I
See this. I mean, back in the days, that was the style of the time. You had to be angry and disappointed and like disgusted by the corny B movie that you're picking out of the trash for no reason. That was just like a common practice in these comedic movie review videos that were, you know, like sand at the beach at the time. Classical rage bait, yeah, exactly. Hello, Jan. Like you just had to do it. Like now I'm listening to this dialogue and I don't even think it's that bad. It's actually kind of funny.
certainly wouldn't want our species.
Like the dialogue of the movie. I'm saying.
Because they no longer knew how to love each other. Is that correct?
Exactly. And I certainly wouldn't want our species to end the same way.
That's the best biological blackmail I've ever heard.
Like, it's corny as fuck and whatever, sure. But I don't know, actually, for like a stupid ass B movie, this is probably one of the better exchanges of dialogue in this film. Yeah, AVGN and stuff. I was definitely very strongly like AVGN was an inspiration for me, but when it comes to movies, also nostalgia critic, and I would even say he is even worse with his rage acting, at least at the time. I'm not watching that shit nowadays. It still works. Angriness is making more traffic and interacting. Yeah, I mean that's true. That is how the world works. That is how media works. The delay is incredibly low today. Well, that's that's good. Who knows how bad it's going? It might change.
Yeah, and the worst porn dialogue I have ever heard. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, also not true. I've definitely heard worse porn dialogue. That was actually pretty decent.
Anyway, while they try to get it on, some bad guys appear and we get our first amazing action stunt scene.
Okay, here we go. Let's see some action. Like, they are choreographing a fist fight.
Tony
What am I gonna
eventually
say about
ends
this?
up
Nothing?
At the roof of the building where he is forced
Okay.
to use his Puma Man powers for the first time.
Yeah, true. That's gonna be enough for these two videos, thankfully. But yeah, I got my limit going on. Let's get rid of that.
Jump now!
I'm not a bird.
If you stay there, you're a dead duck! Jump!
A dead dog. Was weird. So where's my reaction? I'm taking my sweetest time here.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's, you see, I mean,
Holy fucking shit. Why the fuck can Puma Man fly? What the fuck?
that's a valid question, but yeah, this is not.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, okay, here we go. That's another staple. The staple of the content creator showing regret and like feeling like making apparent that the content creator is suffering because that's funny. That's a staple of these types of videos that I'm putting in here as well, but really like in a low effort way. Although I am cutting out the music for dramatic
I've made a
effect,
terrible mistake.
so I guess that's something.
Not possible. Tremendous leaps. That wasn't a man. It was a cat jumping.
What the fuck kind of cats have you been seeing?
That's
I don't know what's
fine.
going on.
Okay.
Me neither, dude. Me neither. Anyway, now that Tony accepted he is Puma Man, we get some more idiotic flying.
Very cool. Oh my god, that is literally the default text font in Adobe Premiere. And I might have used that on purpose for extra corny factor, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, that is definitely the default text.
Later, Tony goes to some friend to borrow a position indicator or something to help find Sydney Rome.
But in the meantime, you wouldn't happen to have a transmitter and receiver to lend me, would you?
You mean a position indicator?
Yeah.
I think this was, at least for me, already like after the fact of epic fail. I think the only, if I'm using epic in anything
Later,
at this
Tony goes to
point,
some friend to borrow.
it was already like in an ironic sense. Epic special effects, yeah. Yeah.
Later, Tony goes to some friend to borrow a position indicator or something to help find Sydney Rome.
But in the meantime, you wouldn't happen to have a transmitter and receiver to lend me, would you?
A position
You mean a
indicator.
Yeah.
He then exits the car and his friend has a car crash. Why the fuck didn't he sense the danger like he did before?
Is that a thing, huh?
What's the matter? You feel sick?
Okay, I am cutting back in the movie to explain something to underline me criticizing the plot. I mean, that's fine. That's an editing effort.
And exits the car, and his friend has a car crash.
But why the fuck?
didn't
What's
he
up with
sense
this
the danger
car
like he did
crash?
before?
What's the matter? Do you feel sick?
No, I get this way when I sense danger.
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm even doing a compilation of it.
I don't know. I get this way when I sense some sort of danger.
Yeah, why didn't he know about the car crash? I'm actually wondering now. Like, that's a good point.
Why didn't he just sense the danger and warn his friend? And to add insult to injury, he just fucking laughs it off. Are you fucking serious? Your friend just could have died right there, you fucking asshole. Puma
Oh,
Man
he laughs it off. I didn't even understand what I was saying there. To add insult to injury, he just laughs it off.
laughs it off. Are you fucking serious? Your friend just could have died right there, you
That is weird. What?
fucking asshole.
What the
Puma
fuck?
Man, ladies and gentlemen. Not the hero they want, but the hero they deserve.
That's a classic line
Anyway,
as
here's
well.
another amazing action scene.
I don't see him anymore! He's tripping anyway!
Oh my god.
Hello! Shoot!
This goes on forever. Well, after that endeavor, Puma Man goes to the evil
Not the
castle
very,
to rescue Sydney Rome.
not the most insightful commentary there.
After that endeavor, Puma Man goes to the evil castle to rescue Sydney Rome. There he tries to attack cobras, but fails.
to roam the uterus. These fucking subtitles are awesome. Roam the uterus. Oh my god. What is even happening?
He then gets hypnotized by his golden statue thing
You're just a small, insignificant human being!
and flees, but Cobras is now able to control Puma Man remotely.
I am ordering you to kill yourself.
Dope. Ew.
To kill yourself.
It's not true. You are a worthy man. You will be all right.
Did he just...
If I lose the habit.
Which one?
There was a lot going on there that I like briefly mentioned and showed, but not really explained or put together for the viewer, I feel. What the fuck was all of that? Like that's a thing. Like when I edited this, I of course had the movie fresh in my mind, and I like was probably blind to how this might come across to somebody who watches the video on YouTube and doesn't actually know the source material and whatever. And I guess I thought I was showing enough and explaining enough, but me now, 10 years later, watching this, I don't know what the fuck all of this nonsense was. It was a bit messy.
Wanting to live.
Oh my god, who the fuck writes this shit?
And he like so Puma Man got like hypnotized to be depressed and wanting to kill himself. That's that's a plot here.
Wanting to live.
Oh my god.
Actually, that's kind of fucking amazing. Imagine a superhero movie where instead of like big bulky muscly men fighting each other, the villain just makes the protagonist suicidal. Like psychologically suicidal. It's so fucking
who the
weird.
fuck writes this shit?
Yeah.
Well,
Who
they just
does?
take Puma Man's death, and what follows is the longest scene in the existence of movies.
The longest scene in the existence of movies. Am I gonna full on show this? So what is this? They think he is dead?
Why did you shoot him? Because Cobra said not to.
What? Why not? Make sure he's dead. What the hell could be the harm in that? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love that emoji. I used to use that all the time. Oh my god, I miss that guy. That's such a good one.
It just never stops. What the fuck? So the bad guys think Puma Man is dead. He still doesn't have his powers though. So Badim decides to go all ISIS on their asses and dresses as
Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, here we go with that is some aged commentary. He decides to go all ISIS on their asses and dresses as a suicide bomber. That is very, very insensitive. There's some of the edge that 2015 me had still in himself.
that bomber.
And I guess ISIS was still relevant at the time. That makes
Everything
sense.
will blow up for a mile in all directions.
Fuck.
Back at the evil castle, he manages
I was
to
afraid
attack
of things like
Cobras.
that. I have a feeling there's more of that in the second episode.
Why the fuck didn't the energy shield save him and his stupid head sculptures from the explosion? Now these
I don't know,
headphones are
man.
lying
You tell
everywhere
me.
and Sidney Rowe manages to destroy the one for Puma Man, which gives him back his powers.
How did he even get tied up there? Like, I feel like I'm jumping or I get that I'm like making it brief to get through this probably 90-minute movie in the span of 14 minutes. And of course, for the sake of this comedic review video, we don't need to go through every bit of the movie. But like, how did we get from the longest scene in all of movies, as I say, where Puma Man is playing dead
doesn't
and
have his
being left
powers now.
behind?
So Badim decides to go all ISIS on their asses
Then we go to them preparing to
and
fight,
dresses as a suicide bomber.
Shoot.
and then suddenly Puma Man is
Everything will blow up for a mile
in
all directions.
like captive.
Back at
And
the
hold
evil castle,
hostage?
he manages to attack Cobras.
That's right.
Honestly, actually, like decent practical effects here of the explosion. I actually commend the
Why the
movie
fuck
for that.
didn't the energy shield save him and his stupid head sculptures from the explosion? Now these head things are lying everywhere and Sidney Rowe manages to destroy the one for
Yeah, here, why? What happened? How did Puma Man get captured again? Like, it seems like there's a big jump in the plot here that I'm completely glancing
Puma
over.
Man, which gives him back his powers.
Like, as a viewer of this video, I cannot actually follow the plot of the movie that well.
Oh my fucking god, I hate this stupid music so much.
No, it's actually
Puma Man
a
goes to
banger.
Cobras and fucking teleports inside of the energy shield? Are you fucking serious? Why didn't he do that before? What the fuck?
What?
Unfortunately, Cobra saves himself with a trapdoor and runs to a helicopter.
Oh my god. I don't like, we're getting close to the end here. I don't remember if I gave these a rating or something.
This,
Oh, wow.
folks, is where half the budget went.
Oh yeah.
And he gets the girl.
Never seen anybody make love in the air.
But that's how you make little puma men.
Oh my fucking god, get a room, you sickos! The fucking end.
That is.
Oh my god, this movie was a mouthful.
Okay, how I genuinely don't remember how I structured the like bottom line to these. We got a minute left. How am I actually closing this off?
Was it worth it? No, of course it wasn't. Puma Man is easily the most boring superhero movie I have ever seen. Horribly filmed, really annoying music, ridiculous special effects, and the dumbest plot of all time.
What is up with these subtitles? I get that my English at the time and the, you know, sound editing and mic quality are like crap, but how is it getting a dick healer? Dick healer special effects.
Plot of all time. Seriously, this was not a good beginning for trash movie therapy. This film really hurt. It's so tiring to sit through all the endless scenes of horrible special effects. This was absolutely horrible. I pretty much agree with the IMDb rating of 2.1 and give it 2 Pumas out of 10.
Oh, okay, so I'm comparing my own rating with the IMDb rating. That, I guess that makes sense.
This wasn't the worst thing I have ever seen.
And we do get the I remember liking doing this in couple places when I ever wrote about media. I always found it was funny to do like individual like matching to the medium reviewing scale shit. And instead of like 2 out of 10 stars, I'm giving 2 out of 10 Pumas and whatnot because it's Puma Man. I guess that's something that I wanted to keep going with this. So next episode is gonna be something different again.
I've seen worse, trust me. But it's definitely up there. Or rather,
Yeah, I've seen
down
worse
there.
for sure.
Okay, let's see what's next.
Alright, okay, we are pulling randomly the next. And these were genuine. This was genuinely attach score name to media. Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's a fun little thing. I remember writing a German blog back in the day, and I think I also did it there. So I do remember that these random pulls on the wheel were genuinely real. I didn't like stage these, which is also one of the reasons why this never got past the second episode. But we're getting to that when we get to that.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that iconic German cover art.
I can't wait.
Although I think there was also. Okay, we're in episode 2. I think there was. I'm explaining this in the intro in a second, but I think there was there was like multiple Sharkman movies, and I was kind of confusing them or something. Let's see.
I'm a movie fan, as in I'm a movie fanatic. What does that mean? Well, I'm watching tons of movies.
Am I imagining things, or is this sounding clearer than the first video?
I'm a movie fan. As
Yeah.
in, I'm a movie fanatic.
I generally like re-recorded it with a different mic or something.
But most importantly, I plan on watching way more films than I actually have time for. Just look at my fucking watch list, it's over 2,000 titles long. A bunch of these films are bottom of the barrel trash. I don't exactly know why I like to torture myself with these.
I like I think I don't remember if this is like the lists in the background. I think that is my watch list that I put on IMDb or something at the time. I have seen the 33D Invader since then, and that movie sucks ass.
And I don't even remember why half
Return of the Moonwalker, what the
of these ended up on my watch list. I need to do something about
Undefeatable fucking rules. That movie is incredible. How is this at 3.9 out of 10? I've seen that film a couple years ago. That movie actually fucking fucks.
them, but I'm not just gonna delete them and forget they ever existed. No. Here on Trash Movie Therapy, I will go through the absolute worst movies on my watch list one by one, chosen randomly, analyze it, and try to figure out why the hell I wanted to see this trash and if it was worth the pain. And now welcome to Trash Movie Therapy.
I'm actually curious now. Did I change some of the text as well?
1,000 titles long. A bunch of these films are bottom of the barrel trash. Remember why half of these ended up on my watch list. I need to do something about these, but I'm not just gonna delete them from the list and forgot they ever existed. Oh no. Here on Trash Movie Therapy, I will go through the absolute worst movies on my watch list one by one, chosen randomly, analyze it and try to figure out why the fuck I wanted to see this trash and if it was worth
Why the fuck I wanted to see this trash in the first place?
Welcome to Trash Movie. Wanted to see this trash and if it was worth the pain. Randomly analyze it and try to figure out why the hell I wanted to see this trash.
And here I'm saying why the hell?
And now welcome
Interesting.
to Trash Movie Therapy.
I still fuck with this title. Trash Movie Therapy is good. There's so much empty space at the top. But then it's like really clutched to the border at the bottom. Oh my god, I hate that. 2.9, Jesus Christ. Okay. And yeah, and I'm putting specifically the German cover art because it's so awful, and that was the reason why I wanted to see this film.
Why is this shit on my list? Well, I honestly don't really know. This one is
I genuinely think I got a different mic for this. That's actually wild. I really took this serious.
weird. The thing is,
Weird.
there are two different films called Sharkman. I have watch lists on two different sites. The one watch list has this 2001 Sharkman on it, and the other, the IMDb watch list, has this 2005 Sharkman. I didn't notice this until I began researching the film for this video. Because the 2001 film was on the first watchlist, I tried to find out what it is. But for some reason there's nearly nothing about it on the internet. Most websites that list the 2001 movie, the one directed by Brian Meese, have the same poster and description as the 2005 film directed by Michael Oblowitz. So not even the internet knew what the fuck the difference between these two films was. I eventually found this one source that actually had some information about the 2001
Sharkman
film.
rabbit hole.
This is some news post on a blog that talks about the then upcoming premiere screening of the 2001 Sharkman. The site describes the film as a fun family film with a lot of slapstick and humor. I would have watched this one because I believe this film is the correct film on my watch list and the 2005 one was a mistake. Unfortunately, this film was nowhere to be found. Probably only had a limited release at some film festival in 2001 and never saw the light of day since. Because of that, I will now get into
editing mistake.
2005 monster movie Sharkman.
I'm
Probably
ahead.
the one movie with the absolute worst cover art of all time. Okay, let's see what this film has to offer.
Okay, hold on. So there were two films called Sharkman, and they apparently were switched out on multiple websites. This was 10 years ago. I want to know if this might have been. Is this still an error that exists on Letterboxd? Since I mentioned that. Or was this like corrected at this point? There's the Sharkman 2001 one, and there's no, it's still wrong. Man, I went down this rabbit hole. Yeah, this Brian Mees Sharkman, as myself 10 years ago said, this cover art does not belong to Brian Mees' Sharkman 2001. This cover art belongs to Hammerhead 2005. And this is still wrong. And I'm pretty sure a bunch of these reviews are also talking about the wrong film then. Damn, bro. This sucks, actually. Hold on. Nobody knows about the Sharkman error. Yeah, but it's also like when you click on the embedded links on Letterboxd, even that is linking you to the wrong movie. Wait, no, it says 2001. And that is the movie that I'm talking. What the fuck? I'm so confused. Is even Amazon Prime's data wrong? Directed by Brian Mees. This is not right. That's not correct. It's a whole different Sharkman movie. Wait, IMDb has it as well. Yeah, it's a comedy film. Why does everything have this like switched up with the horror movie that came out 4 years later? IMDb has it wrong, Amazon has it wrong, Letterboxd has it wrong. When this is actually this, right? Yeah. What the fuck? That's actually wild. That's just like completely wrong. On like, it seems like all fucking movie websites online, it's just completely wrong. Holy fuck, dog. What a nightmare. If anyone was trying to actually find Brian Mees' comedy movie Sharkman, they will never ever find it because it got completely like overwritten and replaced by Hammerhead from 2005 with its alternate title. That's that's so wild. Man, the Sharkman rabbit hole, man. Crazy shit. Anyway, Sharkman 2005.
Fix your computer, Ms. Lockhart.
Wait, did I just
back with
put
the
on a porno?
Yeah, back with the porn dialogue.
You think you can handle me?
Seriously, wait. Is this a porno? Well, whatever this is, the dialogue is definitely on porno level. This film actually stays true to its title because we hear the scientist guy called Dr. King talk about fusing sharks and humans together to form some ultimate creature.
The superior strength of a hammerhead shark coupled with the intellect of a man.
Why hammerhead sharks? Why couldn't it be any other shark? Like a simple great white? Or a fucking goblin shark? Holy shit. Could you imagine how horrifying this would be if they actually made a goblin shark, man?
That would be awesome, man. I love goblin sharks.
Apparently, they are trying to get the weird half hammerhead shark, half human thing to mate with some blocked up girl they probably kidnapped. You know, for science.
I think the for science bit was also
I hate it when they whip off Predator.
a reference to like a recurring joke from other content creators.
I'm coming for that booty.
Oh boy.
Apparently their work bears fruit because the woman becomes pregnant. Aww, what a cute little shark man baby. Unfortunately, it's just as dead as it is cute, so in the trash it goes.
it's just as dead as it is cute. That is a fucked up sentence to say, man. Jesus Christ.
This group of business people is going to become our main protagonists. They are going to visit Dr. King because apparently he made progress in researching stem cells, which could potentially cure cancer and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, the
soon
cancer
to be
thing.
heroes go traveling and arrive at Dr. King's private resort and scientific research center.
Can't get any reception.
2 points. For one, like the whole cancer thing, I think this is legit the movie through which I learned that sharks have like extraordinary anti-cancer genes or something. It's like crazy. I think that I'm mentioning that later in this video as well. And the second thing, I think there's an obvious joke in this movie that I missed during editing and only realized years later.
Can't get any reception.
Of course you have no reception.
Yeah. I'm not even. Look at this. This phone says yes, Kia, as a jokey reference to Nokia. And I vividly remember only realizing this years later. I didn't notice this while watching the movie. I didn't notice this while editing. I realized this years later, and it's actually like it's one of the best parts of this movie, and I just didn't realize it. I didn't comment on it.
Can't get any reception.
Of course you have no reception. You're in a shitty horror movie, girl.
Did you know
fair
something
enough.
weird about this place?
You mean besides Dr. Mengele over there with the 3 fingers?
Dr.
The pig
Mengele.
with the 3 eyes? No, I'd say everything's perfectly normal around here.
So these people have a sick beach party until
Weird
someone gets
reaction, but
hungry
sure.
and eats a guest. Here we get our first look at the shark man. Amazing, right?
I
You know
guess.
sharks never succumb to disease?
There it is.
Not a single recorded instance of cancerous cells in sharks.
Huh? Really? Well, I googled it, and this is not true. Although this seems to happen pretty rarely, sharks are in fact able to have cancer. Get your facts right, Sharkman. You find out.
Yeah, but I do remember like going down this rabbit hole and like reading a lot about how rare cancer seems to be in sharks and how that's like an actual thing. Generally speaking, I do remember a lot more from my experience with Sharkman than I remember from Puma Man and watching that shit.
Get your facts right, Sharkman. We find out that Dr. King's Sharkman was his son Paul. Amelia over here knew this guy from years ago.
Are you saying Paul is still alive?
Alive? Oh, yes. But he's much more than that.
Piss water.
I give you future of the human race.
Epic big font text for emphasis. The future of the human race. Sure. It's a joke that doesn't really like.
Part of this, Amelia.
Not much of a punchline there.
I'm sorry.
Just pointing out the absurdity
Some
very
sincere
weakly.
words of sorrow from this cliché bad guy scientist. That's a surprise. Well, after that he goes into complete cliché mode again and traps the people in this room while his guard actually manages to lose his gun. Idiot. And water starts pouring
Is
in
that
slowly but
relevant?
surely, making way for Paul the Sharkman. They manage to escape but are now on the run on the island.
This is a test for Paul. If he's not challenged, how will he learn?
So you just baited these business people to your place so Paul the Shark can eat them? Wow.
Paul the
Riveting
Shark.
plot.
I want to go home. Some vacation. My clothes are ruined, my hair is ruined, and I don't want to die.
Oh, you don't wanna die? Well, that's a
Alright.
surprise. No, really, you should go to Paul and tell him that. I'm sure you can give you a ride home too.
That is also like we're back at the like tropey writing of 2010's movie review videos or whatever. You gotta be pissed off and you gotta be angry and you gotta be snarky about things for no reason. Like out of that, like that was a staple of comedy writing on YouTube back in the day. I feel, from my experience anyway, a lot of popular ones did that. Definitely fell out of fashion. for which is good.
No, really. You should go to Paul and tell him that.
But yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure
doing
he
it,
can
of
give you a
course.
ride home too.
It's what
Their
I've
first
been
instinct is to
used
hijack
to
this
at the
boat so
time.
they can get away with it, but they are soon under fire. What? Wait. Why are we seeing some kind of sniper scope vision? This is a fucking assault rifle, there's no scope on that thing.
Oh yeah, good point, I guess.
Anyway, the boat was loaded with some exploding barrels and the whole thing goes up in flames. This guy named Bernie gets attacked by Paul.
Bye-bye, Bernie.
He survives, but is badly wounded. This old guy and this blonde bitch are trying to find their own way out.
This old guy and this blonde bitch. I know I'm playing it up, of course, for the sake of this video, because vulgarity was funny. Vulgarity equaled funny back in the day. But I also remember, like, because I did watch so much of these YouTube videos while I was learning the English language, my the first couple of years of me actually being able to speak English had a lot more vulgar words than it needed to. And I feel this is like really reminding me of that shit.
This blonde bitch are trying to find their own way out.
This blonde bitch.
Oh God, these shoes are
Unnecessary.
I'm acting.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that helicopter. Is that a 666 on its side? Does this thing come from hell? You could say this is a helicopter.
Jesus Christ, dude. I was gonna say, wow, I'm really reaching for things to comment on, but that joke was like so unnecessary and stupid that it actually made me genuinely laugh. A helicopter, because there's 666 on it. That's awesome. I went through the effort with the font and everything.
Helicopter.
That's awesome. Peak humor.
What was that thing, Whitney?
It's a shark.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
This girl really isn't the brightest, is she?
I think that's the point. Oh my god.
Did Sharkman look like this before? What the fuck? Also,
Kinda.
come to think of it, the cover is a total lie too.
Yeah.
Paul the Sharkman doesn't look anything like this. Was it so hard to find an artist that was able to do a decent drawing of the actual Hammerhead Man design that was in the movie? At least that would look a whole lot better, because this cover art is easily one of the ugliest, most hideous movie covers I have ever seen.
Yeah, that is true. That still stands.
Meanwhile, the other guys find safety indoors, but they leave Bernie behind. Bye bye!
I'm starting to get pissed.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, buddy. I'd be pissed too if I was in this film.
Yeah.
I hope you're not putting this on your
Obvious
resume
joke.
if you wanna get any future acting jobs, dude.
It never ceases to fascinate me. The distance between the eyes.
Dude looks like Stanley
The
Tucci.
sphere, now that distance is greater than in all of the genus. Their superior vision, their sensory organs, their ability to sense subtle changes in water pressure and electromagnetic fields, all that makes the Hammerhead the world's most dangerous.
This is actually a good scene.
Man, this guy really loves hammerheads.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, why are these people still alive?
Good point, man. Maybe you should have tried the Goblin Shark, man.
Yeah, that would be
Old Man
dope as
McGee got
fuck.
picked up by some security guards, and I gotta say, the following scene is truly frightening.
The following scene is truly frightening.
That's some horrible effects teamed up with shitty camera work.
Right,
Gives me the
okay.
shivers. Ugh.
Fair.
Well, things go a
Fair.
bit haywire at Sharkman headquarters. The lady scientists get second thoughts.
Dr. King, this has gone too far. I came here for science, not for your personal revenge.
This is science. Establishing results based on experiments. You need to be patient. We're close.
I will not be a part of this anymore.
She soon meets up with the protagonists. Well, this is nice. Now they have some inside knowledge. I'm sure the scientist lady can help them out real good.
Yeah. That's fine. And I feel like generally I'm doing a better job at like keeping the plot understandable for the viewer. Granted, Puma Man was also probably like just like much more nebulous and weird, and that was harder to like summarize in an understandable way. But yeah, I'm able as a viewer 10 years distant from actually having seen the film, I can follow the major beats of the story better. And I'm actually like think like shit like this was actually edited together pretty decently on my part as
She
well.
soon meets up with the protagonists. Well, this is nice. Now they have some inside knowledge. I'm sure the scientist lady can help them out real good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like mid-sentence disruption and all of that to show that shit is going downhill. Oh my god. Pretty good editing. Scripting for my video, I guess.
Oh. Well, fuck that then. Now, this
Not
is a
very
weird
original,
one.
but it works.
The blonde girl gets some itchy spots for some reason and wants to go to a body of water to cool her skin. Everyone is telling her not to go there because it's dangerous and stuff, but here's the thing. We have already seen that Paul the Sharkman is able to walk on land. So what does it matter if she is near the water or not? It's dangerous either way. Well, anyway, she gets eaten as expected.
I guess maybe those characters didn't know that yet. Can I actually look at that guy, man? Look at that suit. They have an actual suit and they like barely show it.
Eaten as expected.
Like, I get that they are really sparse with it to, you know, not let the seams show too much or whatever. But they had a full-on suit and it feels like they are barely using it. Fade to Black? Oh, this is a TV movie, isn't it?
Hungry? Hungry, you little bastard?
Okay. What?
So, yeah. Whatever his plan was, it failed.
Yeah, what the
One
fuck was
bad guy
that
less, I
shit?
guess. Well, this henchman manages to do what the scientist guy didn't accomplish. They capture Paul and get him back inside. Meanwhile, the guys are trying to get to the chopper. But it ends badly.
Spoiler alert. Truly a helicopter now. A helicopter.
Wait, was that a CGI explosion? Why did they do that? They had several big real explosions beforehand, but they couldn't afford to do one more.
Yeah, I guess they ran out of budget.
Anyway, the
Like,
guys are
that's
back on the
fair.
ground again. Amelia
Couldn't find
and
a
Nikki are
helicopter.
back in the lab where Dr. King is getting her ready to get it on with Paul.
What are you going to do to her?
Now, my goal is to evolve the human race into a whole new
They feed the old man to Paul so he can concentrate on having hot shark human sex later.
Huh? Huh? What? Huh? What?
He can concentrate on having hot shark human sex later.
What are you... What is happening?
Of the human race into a whole new species. That's why I need you.
They feed the old man to Paul so he can concentrate on having hot shark human sex later.
Having hot shark human sex. Did I miss a fucking story beat?
That's why I need you to evolve the.
What are you going to...
Weird. Anyway, the guys are back on the ground again. Amelia and Old Man McGee are back in the lab where Dr. King...
Old Man McGee. What is this joke I'm making?
is getting her ready to get it on with Paul.
Oh, so Dr. King wants to fucking breed Sharkman. Yeah, okay.
What are you going to do to her?
Now, my goal is to evolve the human race into a whole new species. That's why I need you.
They feed the old man to Paul so he can concentrate on having hot shark human sex later.
Dope.
And we don't even get to see the kill? Jesus, what a disappointment.
The kill.
I envy you. You're about to enter a brave new world.
I think the only thing that enters anything will be Paul's shark dick. Well, let the hot shark sex begin.
I mean, shit joke, but not even like well executed. That was lazy.
Or not. Apparently Paul would rather munch on his daddy instead of making out with his new girlfriend. Oh well. Well, this guy enters the room armed with guns and the shark's weakness, nitrogen, to save Amelia.
Is that CGI liquid? Jesus Christ.
Poof. There goes Paul. Rest in pieces. The two go on to destroy all of the Sharkman shit in the other rooms. That's when the remaining parts of Dr. King appear again.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, my dear.
Amazing.
Like father, like son.
That was horrible. That was awful. Oh, that's it. Oh my god. Well, what's the conclusion here, buddy?
Was it worth it? Well, kinda, I guess? No, hear me out here.
This has gotta get a better rating than Puma Man. I don't remember what I gave it, but it's gotta be better than Puma Man.
I am well aware that this film looks like shit, sounds like shit, and has the shittiest plot with absolutely flat characters. But in a way, I didn't absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Man, this was definitely more enjoyable than Puma Man ever was.
There we go, okay.
Would I recommend this? No, not really. I mean, if you are into shark movies, and God knows there are tons and tons of shark movies out there.
Ain't that the truth?
Then I think you should get something out of this, because it's not the same old, same old. It's a bit unique for a shitty shark flick. But for anyone else, this is not really anything you would have to see.
So where we at?
Again, I pretty much agree with the
3,
IMDb
4.
rating. This is not a good film. It has some rare spots of so bad it's good, but
I'm sure
overall
every time
it's
they watch
just not
Shark is
worth
sad.
it. It's still better than
That would be
Puma Man,
rough.
as I said before. I'm just gonna go with the flow and give this 3 hammerhead sharks out of 10.
3 hammerhead sharks out of 10. I guess. Okay. So, we're picking the movie for the 3rd episode that never came to be.
Okay. Please give me something nice now.
Roller Gator.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I'm excited.
Oh, I think we are all in for a treat.
Yeah, and that's it. I was genuinely excited to watch that movie because Roller Gator seems like it's not just some trash fucking cheap B movie Gabonzo beans. Roller Gator actually seems like a fun, stupid comedy. But and that showed like the limits of my fucking planning. Like, look at this shit, man. Look at this guy. This guy rules. Okay. I've still to this day have not seen this movie. And that's the thing. Like, I was putting all these movies on the wheel here without like actually making sure beforehand that I have access to these movies. And it turned out finding Roller Gator at least like 10 years ago, even through illegal means, because I didn't buy any of these movies, was hard as fuck. And I just could not get my hands on Roller Gator for a long time. And eventually I didn't give a shit about this series anymore. And that's why there were never more than 2 episodes. It is actually funny to me that I still have not seen Roller Gator now. Like, still, 10 years later, I have still not seen Roller Gator. And I'm sure it cannot be that hard to find, man. I know when 2,000 people have watched this here on Letterboxd, it cannot be that hard to find. But back in the day, I could not get my hands on it at all. It just didn't exist in a way. Look at this. It looks so cool. This is a Riff Tracks cover art. That's weird. Is Riff Tracks still a thing? God damn. But yeah, that was like the first 2 attempts at... Oh my god. This was like the first 2 videos, like actual attempts at making edited content for YouTube properly, with like a purpose. All of these links are old, man. Like, this is not my Letterboxd anymore. This is not my Twitter anymore. Not that I use Twitter anymore. And I'm tagging a musician.
Is this a porno? Well, whatever this is, the dialogue is definitely on porno level.
Oh,
this film actually stays true to its title because we hear
the music that I'm using there in the background was made by a real life friend, I remember. That link is probably not going anywhere either. That's probably all down at this point. But yeah, that was Trash Movie Therapy, man. What a fucking... It was like, these 2 videos are nothing special. I definitely put a lot of time into these, getting all the editing and the scripting done. But yeah, these are not doing anything. Yeah, I said earlier, 3,000 views because this video for some reason was retweeted by the official Letterboxd account on Twitter back in the day. I don't know how or why they did that 10 years ago, 9 years ago. But it happened, and that's why there's 3,000 views on it. That was a pretty, big deal to me at the time. But yeah, that's... These 2 videos are like nothing special. YouTube is filled to the brim with movie review comedians and whatnot. Many of which do much more interesting and colorful and authentic stuff. I'm very stilted and basic here. And also, that is a whole subgenre that's not like that popular anymore. That time has honestly passed. So, I do appreciate these 2 videos because they were genuine stepping stones for me to get into more extensive content creation in terms of video editing and video production. I mean, they were like one of the reasons why I eventually moved on to doing all of these regular gaming videos, and like even not popular, even up until like a year ago, whatever, I still did a couple videos, some of which I'm honestly pretty proud of. Like that, it did start in a way with this nonsense, but looking back at these, like this is not anything that I find very memorable. You watched the TKKG movie from 2019. I'm sure that was high quality entertainment. But yeah, that was my little curiosity look back at these two videos that are celebrating their 10-year anniversary very soon.
I'm a movie.
This was a whole fucking different lifetime, man. It's actually kind of wild. Oh, in the first episode, I even like announced that there's gonna be a better mic used in the second episode. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, these automatic chapters from YouTube are so funny. Epic special effects got tagged as a key moment. Was it worth it? Makes sense. Epic special effects is stupid here. And Y'all guest star Sydney Rome. Why is that a thing here? It's weird. I don't use Eraser. You thought I was wearing a wizard robe? No, it's just a pink hoodie. A wizard robe would be cool too. The pink hoodie doesn't have sleeves, it doesn't have arms, so I guess I see where you're coming from, but yeah. No, it's supposed to be a pink hoodie. That was my little stupid ass 10-year-old video look back shit. I'm gonna switch over to like actually regular gaming in a second, but I am gonna need a little piss break. I think it is time.